Bonjour, Monsieur le Président, bienvenue.
Thank you, Mr. President, President of the European Council, distinguished members of Parliament. I expect heads of state and government to focus not just on short-term crisis management, but also on growth. Smart, sustainable, inclusive growth, which is the key to job creation and the future prosperity of Europe. This was and remains the first objective of the Europe 2020 strategy, and it is at the centre of the comprehensive approach behind the roadmap to stability and growth I presented in this Parliament last October. This approach is now gaining support, and this European Council was a step in the right direction, although a lot remains to be done. Let me start with Greece. The priority now is to make the second programme work. This is our collective task, supporting the Greek authorities and the Greek people. To that end, the Commission is already taking concrete steps. Together with those commissioners most closely involved, I had very concrete talks with Prime Minister Papademos and his team about getting key growth-enhancing decisions taken immediately. As you will have seen from my letter, we have agreed to concentrate on a number of key priorities: improving youth employment, promoting a more business-friendly environment, providing liquidity to SMEs, sweeping away barriers to the absorption of structural funds. To cement this approach, I intend in the coming weeks to present, together with Vice President Rehn, a communication on growth and jobs for Greece, taking stock of the progress that has been made and setting out the top priorities for the future. The signature of the Treaty on Stability, Coordination and Growth was a further sign of commitment to discipline and convergence. It is a strong political message about the irreversibility of the euro, and it was very well received, in fact, by investors in Europe and outside Europe. As the roadmap made clear, there are a number of elements towards growth that must be implemented at the same time. These include, among others, structural reforms, deepening of the single market, targeted investment — yes, we need investment — and boosting trade with foreign markets. On these points, I made clear to the European Council that Member States must do more to close the implementation gap between political will and decisions taken on the ground. Fairness was a key motivation behind the Commission's proposal for a financial transaction tax last year. A strong, unified stance is the only way forward to tackle the issue. The Commission is working on concrete measures to toughen our stance against tax evasion and fraud. But Member States have an important duty to fulfil at European level too. There is no reason for any further delay on adopting the revised Savings Directive and negotiating mandates for tax agreements with third countries. This is blocked, as you know, at the Council level. This is another negative example of the implementation gap I mentioned earlier. Positions taken at the European Council but are not afterwards followed by the Council or by the Member States.